And we're up there on the radio show. Let's try TikTok. Hopefully, I won't say anything stupid and get us banned.
Alright.
And I got myself fully mentally prepared to drop an F-bomb or two. Because I feel like I'm going to do that. I feel like an F-bomb is going to drop. I'm not going to mean for it to. So I get myself mentally prepared and monetarily prepared. Just in case. You know, because...
Check your mailbox for March 6th. There's something coming for you. No, it is not it's not what you think is coming. It is plastic that is coming, but
okay. You know, what in there?
It should be March 6th, I'm hoping.
All right. Cool. And so now, let's go ahead and get this show started. Because you know what? It is a minute after. You know what? This is the one time, reasonably on time, we've got this show started. And here's the thing, though.
Banned on TikTok.
I haven't got banned yet on TikTok. You know? So.
Things are looking up.
Things are already looking up. So, this is 6 o'clock, Tech Tuesday. You are watching and listening to the Helpdesk, streaming everywhere, all on gcpr.live, all on our socials, not on our the Ghost Claw Entertainment page, but our Ghost Claw Productions page. And all of our YouTube, on the radio, and on the Villains Guild, TikTok. Hopefully I don't say anything stupid and get us banned. You know, like I did the other day, but you know, hey. Sorry. Sorry, TikTok. Sorry. I will do my best to be on my best behavior. So this is the Help Desk. I am your host, the Angry IT Nerd. I am Gilbert, and I am here with the best co-host in all of the internet, Techno George. George, say hello to the people, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Hello, everyone, and everyone in the YouTube chat. I don't see anybody in the YouTube chat yet, but I will. But I guess we will. Eventually.
Oh, they're filtering in slowly but surely. They're coming in. So we have a bit to go over to. Yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about it. So you and we texted about it, and so
yeah,
we're going to talk about professional alcoholic Pete Hegseth.
Hedgehog, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, the Hedgehog.
Pete Hedgehog.
Sonic, though.
Yes. Professional alcoholic, part-time Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, has declared...
he's a liquor cabinet, liquer cabinet, like appointee. Sorry.
Yes.
A Trump cabinet appointee. Go ahead.
Yes, that he is too. So he has, within his infinite wisdom, if my eyes could roll any harder, they'd be out of my head. So, with his infinite wisdom, has decided to seize all cybersecurity, just activities concerning Russia. Just no monitoring, no coming up with defenses, no coming up with the offensive. Anything that has to do with Russia has been all ceased.
At the behest of his boss, of course. But.
Oh, of course, at the behest of his boss. You know, Putin. We're talking about Putin, not
Oh,
Not the
not
not the orange guy, not the orange guy or Muskrat. We're talking about Putin.
the code name now for Trump is Krasnov.
Yes,
Or
Krasnov. Yes, we're not talking about him. We're not talking about that. We're talking about yes, we are talking about the big boss, Putin.
Yeah.
So apparently, what it seems to be, from what I have seen and kind of pieced together, is this is the orange man deciding that he's going to massage the ego. Ego, yes, ego is a good word for Putin, and cease all of our measures against Russia. So, again, this is an absolutely dumb idea. This is the dumbest idea I've ever heard in my entire life. So, reason being I say is dumb is simply because it's that it is opening us up to so many cyber attacks, and it's going to lead us directly into dragging us into this whole war that we're already involved in. But yeah, we're going to be on front lines this time. This is some scary shit, man. Scary shit. So, George, what do you think? What's your give us your take?
Put another dollar into the swear jar because you said the SHAT word, but that's okay. we well, we are no longer in a democracy. Democracy on paper only, but not I'm not in the eyes of Americans. We are in an autocracy, and because we are in that, we are slowly. If anybody has read Project 2025, it was the consolidation of power. There is a verse, or I guess a couple like a chapter. Excuse me. That the president will put in loyalists. We're going to get rid of anybody who knows anything about military strategy or anything like that, and put in people who are loyal to the president. And we're seeing that now with Hegseth, with Elon Musk. We're seeing all these things, we're seeing all these changes, because of this. Excuse me. Sorry, my throat is. Because we're seeing these changes, our cybersecurity is taking a back seat. It's it's putting it, it's like putting it on the back burner, so to speak.
Yeah, it's like an afterthought of everything, but
right. It's an afterthought. I mean, I would assume we still have an intelligence agency.
We have to.
Used to be. I'm sorry.
I would say we kind of have to, because even though we ceased against Russia, I mean, there's still China and there's still North Korea that's out there, and those are other than Russia, the two biggest threat actors to our security.
Yes.
And
with our social media.
Yeah. With our socials, the whole everything. Everything, yeah. One
of the things I saw on Hack 5 in the past 2 weeks, the Threatwire, they have something called Threatwire. They had reported that cars that are coming from Japan and China
Mm-hmm.
are spying on, people with their cameras. So there's a
Right.
there's a camera, I guess, inside the dashboard, which is spying on Americans. I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird.
Oh, yeah.
The there used to be something called OnStar, which
Mm-hmm.
was I believe OnStar. I don't know if it's still in GM vehicles, but OnStar was
Right.
a microphone satellite link that you could, if you were in trouble and you were on the road, you paid for OnStar, you could actually,
Yeah.
communicate with an OnStar representative over the phone through the car, and you could
Yeah.
say, well, my engine, failed or something. I got a flat on the road, blah blah blah. Well, the 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 newest thing that I found was that um these these options are still in these cars. You're still able to use it, but most people
Mm-hmm.
can't because they really can't afford
The
that.
service. Yeah.
But the microphone is still right. Yeah. Like they can't
Yeah.
afford the service, but the
But
microphone is still there and it's still active and it can be actually activated by the company who you bought the
right.
car from.
Right.
And it could listen in on your conversation. So it's kind of like eavesdropping, on all your conversations, because people do have
Yeah.
conversations in the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could, you could find out, who's a loyal Trump voter, who's a Democrat, who an independent is just by listening to their conversation, which was really scary. Hegseth
Yes.
has he's well, um, he's a loyalist. Okay. He
First and
has
foremost,
no-
yes.
Yes, he has no military experience other than, I guess, being in the National Guard.
Brit. Yeah. Um.
There, there was a black gentleman who was fired. He was in the Air Force. I think he was the secretary. Was he Secretary of Defense? I think before
He
Hegseth, he was.
he was
he was let go.
he was a 4-star general, I believe,
Yeah, right.
and
Right, he was a 4-star general. But his, his experience and his intelligence went a long way in keeping like America safe. But now everything is up for grabs. Everything. It's I had told this to Lisa. I had told this to a friend of mine. Over the weekend.
mm-hmm.
And I had told her that is it doggy?
No. I thought for a second, but she was just
No doggy.
trying to. She was just trying to find a spot.
No.
That's all.
I had told her that it's a smoke and mirrors game. What Trump and Elon Musk is doing, all these executive orders, all these things. It's just a way to take the money from the American people, put it in their bank accounts, and make sure that they're rich. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
But the American people through cybersecurity, we're not going to be secure anymore.
And right now, it's like this for pretty much all intent and purposes. I mean, we've literally at the point where if we're in some kind of conflict, we've literally just like we have nothing to defend ourselves with and nothing to nothing to attack with, because we decided just to let them do whatever they want to do. And then coupled with the fact of this gold card, that $5 million, and you pretty much get citizenship just from $5 million. And we've all stated, and Thomas has said this before, and a few other people on GCPR said that this $5 million, who the ones that really can afford it would be, the cartel, and mainly ones like that. But one thing I forgot about was the ones who can't afford it as well would be governments. Government-sponsored hackers.
Right.
And what would be the easy thing for them to do? Hey, here's $5 million. Go get yourself a gold card, go into the U.S., and then take a tour around the spot, let us know what's going on. And they're not going to be...
Or they could use Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the currency that is used by criminals to hide their exact funds. They can use that to buy weapons, to buy drugs, I guess basically to buy anything. Yeah. But if you exercise your Bitcoin shares, you can actually transfer them into regular money.
Yeah, and
but it's a
but it's all
non-regulated currency.
Yeah. So needless to say, all of the just like I said, man, all the illegal purchases and stuff like that be done through Bitcoin, because it is untraceable. But yeah,
well,
with the
it's kind of sort of traceable. It's unregulated. Let's let's put it that way.
Well,
if you go to you go to convert those shares into cash, then it becomes electronic. It's like having funds in your account and transferring those funds. You would go to a bank to actually get cash so that you could spend it on different items and stuff.
Right.
Bitcoin, depending on depending on that, but yeah, it's insane what's going on right now. It's insane.
Oh, absolutely.
I just retired about in January, actually. I retired, and now they're and now they're going to make cuts to Social Security, and I'm like, yeah, well, that is typical. That is typical. A lot, and I told this to Solid Blue Sister on her program. I think it was last week. For Friendly Differences, I was on, and she said, why aren't people, getting mad about this? And I said, it has not reached critical mass yet. Critical mass has not. With it, all these things are happening in the government. Project 2020 government to dismantle democracy and put the billionaires in charge of our political system. And like the cybersecurity, gone.
Obviously,
safeguards, gone. We we're pulled out of the Paris Climate Accords. That's gone.
And so now,
like renewable energy is going to be gone.
Yeah.
Just everything,
And the only thing that's going to end up happening is that
it's all big grift.
Yeah. What's going to end up happening is that it's gonna get us, right into the front lines, where it's gonna be pretty much right on our doorstep. And
right. So instead of fighting the war over there, the war is going to come here.
yeah,
And I had asked, the host of Impolite Company, I said, sorry, A Friendly Differences, is the podcast. I had asked her, I said, do you think we're going to have a Red Dawn moment? And she said, a Red Dawn. I said, a Red Dawn moment in this country. In the movie Red Dawn, there were Russian tanks in the streets in a Midwestern town. The Russians took over because they needed the grain. Okay, so they basically came through. I think their tanks came through Alaska, and then down through Canada, and they basically conquered the Midwest. I think the free zone was I believe it was in California. There were some pockets of resistance in in the East Coast, like on the East Coast, but
right.
it was just few and far between. And I was like, okay, so we might have a Red Dawn moment. And I'm like, and what they're doing now in the I can't call it an administration. It is not an administration. It is a regime. So what they're doing in the regime is they're putting the loyalists in charge, people who have no idea what the job entails, how to protect the American people. They are put there simply as figureheads. That's all they are. Hegseth, Kash Patel,
even Vance, Trump, they're all just essentially they're just pawns in Project 2025.
Right.
And this whole cease of all measures of cybersecurity against Russia, it's, again, like I said, I said that this opens us up. This opens us up really bad. It exposes us to getting that big hack from Russia that sparks everything. And it's movies that's like what's one Leave the World Behind. You could as being entertainment, but at the same time it's a cautionary tale, and this is how it starts. It starts with this $5 million gold pass, instant citizenship, $5 million, and who's the ones that can afford it other than the drug dealers, but government sponsored hackers. And what are they going to do? They're going to go walk right in through the front door. And because now the US has decided to not do anything about it, then there's they have nothing that's going to stop them, anything like that. And as it stands right now, it says it's temporary, but we have actually no idea of how long this whole ceasing of measures of cybersecurity as Russia is going to last.
Right.
It says temporary, but how long is temporary? What? 50 years,
40 years,
50 years, 100 years, 200 years, 500 years.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing like that with Doge, that is the wording and everything is so vague. And the thing is like this with Elon playing into that whole vagueness of Doge and saying, oh, well, this is what's best for the government. It's sufficient. This is what's sufficient. This is what's sufficient. And him just essentially, funding and fast tracking Project 25 and just dismantling the whole government. And again, it starts with Russia and us not doing any countermeasures against it. And then what's going to happen when China and North Korea want to get in on the U.S. not doing anything to them?
Right.
And how much you think that's going to cost?
North Korea is actually getting they're ramping up their nuclear program.
Yeah.
To send nuclear missiles. So they actually have missiles, I believe, that can reach. I believe that they do have ICBMs. They're getting to the point where they're going to be able to launch ICBMs against America or against any aggressor. So they're getting as, because, as a kid growing up in the 70s, we had the strongest arsenal.
Yeah.
Had the strongest arsenal. The Russians wouldn't have dared to, I guess, to fight against us or anything like that. And we did have enough missiles to destroy each other like 20 or 30 times over and destroy the entire world.
Right.
But that was I believe the SALT talks were SALT was an acronym, Strategic Arms Limitation Talks. So the Strategic Arms Limitation Talks, I believe that was 72 or 73. That was imposed to stop the manufacture of nuclear weapons. So we had what we have in our silos, right? The Russians have what they have in their silos, but the SALT II talks were actually to limit the amount of nuclear weapons and to declassify those missiles, to dismantle them, take their nuclear cores and use them for nuclear fusion plants that would generate electricity for their respective countries. That's really what they were supposed to do. I don't know if that ever happened or not, but when you bring cybersecurity into that, those systems are automated. Those systems are automated to the point where if any aggressor can get to our if they can hack the nuclear regulatory commission, if they can hack like the NRC, if they're hacking that NRC and we have no cybersecurity, we don't even need to have missiles fire at our country to destroy us. They can shut down reactors which are in operation to provide electricity for the United States. Shutting down those reactors or shutting down the cooling of those reactors creates an event, like a radioactive event, that could happen.
Yeah, right. And with essentially like the Russian hackers pretty much have the Willy Wonka, gold card to come and go as they please. We're going to see a lot more just systems and everything just failing. And Dave in the comments says, the Obama administration said cybersecurity was the most needed profession for the safety of our future, and he's right. I mean, the way everything is going and the way technology is evolving, cybersecurity is a thriving, profession that is absolutely needed, because the time that you want to secure everything is before something happens. The last thing you want is to get hacked and then start planning out measures of security. So
Right. You want to be, like proactive and do preventive maintenance instead of being reactive.
Right.
When the incident is already there on your doorstep and you're like, well, what am I going to do now?
Right. Absolutely.
But what the Trump administration is doing is they are actually dismantling the safeguards for this to happen. And they want Russia to get into here, and they want, and I'm like, okay, so you're not only going to destroy America, you want to destroy Americans.
Yes.
So, and I said to Solid Blue Sister, like on Saturday on her show, I said, she said to me, she said, well, do you think people are going to stop this? And I was like, what people are going to stop this? Are they going to be veterans who voted for Trump and are now getting screwed over? Are they going to be people in the government? Because apparently nobody's trying to stop it. They're just saying, well, you shouldn't do it.
Right. But nobody's saying, hey, stop.
Well,
and
then she asked me about the military. She said, if I've ever been in the military. No, I've never been in the military. I've never been, I'm in military service. Okay. She said, should an order be obeyed? If Trump gives them an order to attack Ukraine, if if he gives the order to an American contingent of soldiers to attack the Ukrainians to help the Russians, should they take the can they refuse the order? And I was like, first and foremost, no. It is a presidential order. If a mandate comes down, presidential order. The only thing is that the generals who are in charge, or the officers who are in charge of those troops, have to weigh the consequences. And the consequences of their actions, if they help Russia destroy Ukraine, because I know it's going to come up, because I had heard this on a couple of podcasts that I watch, like on YouTube, and like, if he goes and throws a bone to Russia and says, okay, I got Zelensky out of the deal, okay, right, we're not going to give them the weapons, Britain and France are going to step up, and they have. They've, committed troops. They've committed their equipment to save the Ukrainian people against Russia.
Right.
And we're just not going to do it. And I'm like, okay, so now we've become the shithole country. We are the shithole country now.
That we are.
I'm sorry, but we are. And
hate to burst everybody's bubble. We are not the first world country that we think we are. We're kind of like the third, maybe fourth world, somewhere down in there. So we're not the first world country that we think we are.
There's whale shit, excuse my language, and then there's us. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you got it. Okay.
Oh.
As it is now. And a lot of people like and I said because she asked me on her show, she said could they be conscientious objectors? And I said, you may have some in the group who are soldiers first, but then we're supposed to defend the Constitution of the United States. The Constitution of the United States does not say in any body of the Constitution that we should attack a democratic country. There's nothing in there that says that. So it's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know what they're going to do, because I know that's what's going to happen. Putin is going to say, "Hey, well, I got my guy back into the White House there. He's going to help me out. All right. We don't have to commit our troops to fighting, the Ukrainians. I'm going to ask him to send some of his troops there to fight the Ukrainians." I think that common sense and a long history of defending smaller countries will come into play. Those commanding officers and those soldiers will do the right thing, I think, when the time comes.
Right. I think so. I think so as well.
I mean, I would. Yeah. I mean, it's insane. I can't believe I'm living in this time. My father would have never, because my father fought in World War II, and he fought against he fought against Nazi aggression. He was the first one on Omaha Beach.
He fought against this. Yeah, he fought against this.
This is what he fought against, and now we're seeing it again. And people I guess people just had to be reminded of it. I didn't understand, the election. I was like, well, wouldn't you have a president who is going to help you? It's a temporary job. It should be a temporary job. It's only 4 years. It could be 8.
Depending on how well you do on the first 4, it could be 8, but you're guaranteed 4.
Right.
Unless you truly just F up, and then, but you're guaranteed 4.
Yeah. Like Nixon, but but I mean,
yes.
If you're gonna, what was it? Why do this to the country that gave you so much? That's the thing. That's the end. That's the question.
Yeah.
I would ask. The president, who I did not vote for. I'm very sorry, I did not, but I didn't vote for him. I knew about him and his family in the early 80s.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
He sparked such a controversy. Oh my God.
Yeah. Don't know.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Vote for the incredible melting man of Mar-a-Lago.
I did not vote for him either. Oh no. We're such radicals.
Blaspheme.
Right? Like, how dare us? How dare us not want to be in a fascist regime? How dare us?
Yeah. Sorry, I don't. I think I might have burned my SS uniform.
like to live in a world where a professional drunk is not the Secretary of Defense and has said that, for one of our biggest enemies, and again, Russia is still one of our biggest enemies. That has not changed since the 80s, 70s, 60s, whatever. It has not changed.
Has not changed since the Cold War.
It's not changed. They're still our enemy, and I want off this timeline, man. I want off this timeline. I want to go back to where we have cybersecurity. I want to go back to where we can. Well, we don't have a professional drunk.
Strange. You know what I want to do? I want to find Dr. Stephen Strange in New York, and I want him to cast a spell
to make everybody forget.
Go back to like a time when things made sense, and go, okay, from this timeline on.
So this is where we need to stay.
I mean, at this point, I would, I would welcome Thanos in the.
I think everyone would welcome Thanos, because here's the thing: I think Thanos would be a better choice than Secretary of Defense than a professional drunk.
Yeah.
Or I'd say a professional. Well, I would say alcoholic, because alcoholics go to meetings. He's a drunk, so he's a professional drunk.
Well, he said he's not going to drink while he's on the job.
Yeah,
like we're never going to swear on the Villain's View.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yes. Even though there was I saw this video of him taking a drink while in a meeting, no less, like in a defense meeting or whatever, and he pulled out a glass, at which we don't know for sure if if it actually is alcohol. Don't know for sure, but it could be apple juice. No. It wasn't water. It was dark, so it was apple juice. So
apple juice.
So until we don't know exactly if it was alcohol or not. Just don't know. But considering the glass that it was in and the color of it, and considering how he sniffed it and was just kind of inhaling it and just kind of experiencing it, I've had apple juice before, and I've had all type of darker liquids, Coke, Pepsis, stuff like that. Not once have I ever just tried to waft in its fragrance and aromas, and I've never done that.
Well, apple juice, if you I think if you leave it, all right, so
there you go, Mott's on the rocks.
Ferment, it becomes apple jack, and actually becomes there is an alcoholic content to it, like mead. Mead is actually made from honey, so but if you ferment the honey, then ferment the sugar, and you allow it to ferment, it becomes alcoholic.
Yes.
So it's an alcohol. So maybe it was apple jack and not apple juice.
That is possible.
With a little bit of vodka, but because he's giving everything to Russia, so. Okay.
Hey, why not, man? I mean, why not?
Add a little bit of vodka there.
I mean,
is that clear to you, Secretary? Hegseth?
Yes. Yes, it is. It's very clear. I'm following along perfectly.
Clear as ever clear.
This is a great meeting. Hey, you guys want a drink? This is a great meeting. This is very productive. So I'm sorry, I do not want to be in a meeting where all of a sudden just the guy that comes in that is supposed to be directing the meeting, all of a sudden says says, so yes, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna seize all plans against Russia, and so when that happens, we're going to the Capitol, and we're gonna have a party. Because Putin is coming, and he wants to celebrate us, not what? Huh? It's I don't know.
Set the bar higher, and all drinks are on me. I meant. We're gonna.
Right, yeah, he shut down cybersecurity at the promise of a bottle of Mad Dog 2020. Dave, man. He probably shut down. He probably did shut it down for like a. No, I want to say he did it for a bottle of Mad Dog 20. I mean, at least a case. I mean, come on, it had to be at least a case.
He probably did like a couple of 40s before he had the meeting.
Oh no, he probably had a couple tall boys. Probably a couple 24 ounce of Steel Reserve.
Steel Reserve. Cyber Reserve. Yep, there you go.
He had a 24 ounce of Cyber Reserve. Said Boone's Farm Egg Seth. Oh my god. Oh, but dude, this makes no sense, man.
No.
Like how oh, this is the start, man. Well, November 5th was the start, but this is so we have literally just exponentially just gone off a cliff. Just straight down now. Just straight down.
Well, I mean, we have a couple of things that are coming that could possibly save us. We have a large asteroid which could crash into the Earth.
That is true.
That could change the administration.
Yeah, we got Apophis. And then, Apophis is coming, so hopefully.
I read. What was it? Scientists were going to try to bring back the woolly mammoth.
So hey.
And I was like, okay.
Hey, so
maybe they'll do the Jurassic Park thing.
Maybe they will do Jurassic Park, or maybe the woolly mammoth has like some old disease that we don't have immunity to, so we'd be like some
there you go.
Some advanced form of rickets,
or fleas.
Oh yeah, like the woolly mammoth fleas.
Fleas the size of
fleas the size of a mastiff. Or like fleas the size of a rhino,
Yeah. Rhino with wings.
Oh my god. So yeah, it's we're heading towards Mad Max. Mad Max and Beyond Thunderdome, that's what the USA is going to turn into.
Yeah.
Like a mix between Mad Max and The Purge and Handmaid's Tale, just depending on which part of the country you're in.
Unless we turn into Helios, you never know.
Yeah,
it could be Helios.
Probably do that too. Yeah, and
because Helios is actually based on, energy production. So the last Great War was fought, I believe, over energy, production.
And so this is it then. Dave said, "What? Russia cyber hacked the DoD and launch our own nukes." Yeah, that could very well happen. That could happen. And $5 million later, That could happen. Next thing you know, after $5 million, and you walk outside, and then you have a third nipple growing. And you've grown a tail, and you got eight extra eyes on one side of your face.
If I grow a third nipple, I'm gonna have to get get the real golden gun. I would, I'd be, like with it, and then I had to change my name to Francis Scaramanga. There you go.
Yeah, see, that could happen too.
Had a third nipple. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man with the golden gun.
Man with the golden hair. Or he could be like a what's that girl in Total Recall? The one up at Mars where she had the third nipple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so this is they very well could hack the DoD and launch our own nukes against us.
They probably wouldn't even have to launch the missiles. They could probably just or
just go through the thing to launch, go through the sequence to launch it, but just the launch doors don't open.
Right.
And just detonate them. Yeah, right, Dave. Just detonate them.
Detonate them in the silos.
Yeah.
That's what that's what Colossus did in Colossus, the Forbin project, when they tried to they tried to put the dummy modules in for the ICBMs, and it was under Colossus's purview through the cameras, and then it detected the fault in the thing and goes, I know you were trying to put the dummy modules in, so guess what? I'm going to detonate, the missile inside the silo. And he did, and he killed everybody at the one base. So
yeah. I mean, we're looking at a catastrophic level of event right now.
Yeah.
And not only are we not doing anything about it, but we have been ordered to not do anything, like ever. And we have no clue on when is this whole cease all activities is going to end, if it will ever end. So it's
so so basically idiots are in charge of our government.
Yeah, we are.
They don't know anything.
This is
about the office. They don't know anything about the job.
Nope.
They're put there.
This is the Idiocracy prequels. This is the Idiocracy prequel. Yeah.
Yeah, Idiocracy prequel. Yeah.
And for anybody watching on TikTok, I'm sorry if it just keeps stuttering and lagging and stuff like that. It's something that's going on with the connection on my computer, which, cybersecurity. Anyway, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so it seems like the YouTube one is a little bit more stable. So if anything happens, or if I just say something stupid and get us booted off.
I don't think there's anything you can say that would be stupid. So
I don't know. I said something stupid on.
You don't work in the Trump administration. So.
Well, yeah, that is true. That is true. I don't know. I don't think I could fake being that dumb. Like I couldn't
fake being that dumb.
Like I could.
I really couldn't.
I could fake being a little bit dumb, but eventually, somebody would hear what I would say, hear my voice and was like, "Oh no, motherfucker, you see, there go one right there." He said, "Nah, you're smart. I don't buy this whole you're an idiot. You're too smart to be an idiot."
If I worked at Doge, what I would try to do is set up a cipher encryption to encrypt all the data, so that all the other hackers couldn't read it. That's what I would try to do.
No, there's probably some of them that are doing that just simply because it would. So that way they have control.
Yeah.
Just as a measure of control, and so that way if one of the Russian hackers comes in and says, "Hey, I give you 5 million. I give you 5 million for that." All right. So
I forget.
and again,
I forget the Indian. There was something during World War II. There was a movie with Nicolas Cage. It's called Wind Talkers, where they were encrypting the transmissions through.
Yes, I remember
language.
that. I remember that movie. Yeah,
the Japanese could not decipher the language, but they were, talking, in their native language, and they were, giving precise coordinates for battleships offshore to fire, inland to destroy the Japanese. Things, and they had, like wind talkers. If we could get them to do that again,
right?
basically encrypt that, information, nobody would understand it.
Right?
Nobody would understand except for them. That could be the that could be the saving grace of cybersecurity.
Yeah, right. That or Klingon. Because
Klingon.
Because I mean, how many people really truly understand Klingon outside of the U.S.? Not a lot. Not a lot. Not a lot. I'm gonna go out on a branch and just say, not a lot. Not a lot of people would know Klingon outside of the U.S. I don't know that for certain. I'm just going to go out on a branch and just say that. If I'm wrong, then anybody, you are more than welcome to please correct me, and I hope that you do. What I'm just saying is that I don't think that anybody outside of the U.S. speaks Klingon. Just saying. I'm not saying that they can. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that not a lot will. Not a lot do.
When I hear Christy Gnome talk, I don't think the universal translator on the Enterprise could decipher that nonsense.
No.
I think the computer would probably just short circuit and smoke on the bridge.
I think the computer on the Enterprise would wonder, why in the hell are we not doing anything about? Have we stopped doing anything about Russia? Like, have we stopped, coming up with measures of defense against them? Because just because we stopped, that doesn't mean they have.
Yeah.
I mean, we are.
It's actually giving them a foothold into our systems.
Yeah, essentially, it's just like how I said. They pay $5 million. They can come and go as they please, and if they just want to, they could go into the White House. And we've seen, what was it, a couple weeks ago, when someone hacked into the Housing and Urban Development, the monitor there, and uploaded this AI video of Trump. I mean, which one was it? Of him kissing Elon's feet.
Elon's feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, it's something just that benign, like that can happen. It's going to be even worse. it's going to be just worse. So this is 7 o'clock. Let's reset this show. I am here. I am your host. I am Gilbert. I am the angry IT nerd. I am here with Techno George, and this is the Help Desk, and we are talking about professional drunk Pete Hegseth making the dumbest damn decision ever in ceasing all measures of cybersecurity against Russia. And again, I think this is the first domino in our cybersecurity. And it's essentially, I believe it's just going to end and cease all of our cybersecurity measures against the whole world. And the only ones that's going to happen is just Elon and his team of hackers he's hired to come and rob us blind, while North Korea and China and Russia just comes and goes as they please, because they've all paid the $5 million to get their hackers gold cards.
Oh, speaking of hacking, I found out that you can hack Starlink with I think with a $25 Raspberry Pi board. That's what I found with Starlink.
See?
So
$25 and
you don't pay. So if you have Starlink, like if you have the dish, there is a circuit board. It's a round green circuit board about the same diameter as the dish. And what that does is it has these little antenna transducers in all different places to basically get the signal. So the satellites that are in orbit, the Starlink satellites, are arranged, I believe, in an elliptical. Well,
okay,
they're all around the Earth, so it would have to be like a circular configuration.
Right.
The dish allows you to read or to I guess the encryption between the satellite signal and the dish to get internet. That's what Ukraine was using to do all their drone locations, their missile, like their missile targeting systems, to use Starlink. Like, okay, and that's where they were, getting most of their communications in the field to use Starlink, because most of their cities were destroyed, and they probably couldn't use relays or repeaters for their radios, so they would have to use a Starlink system. So Starlink system is hackable with this, I guess, this board. It's a mod that you would have to put onto the board, so you can actually read the signal. It would decrypt the signal, and then you can get free internet from the dish if you had the dish. But one of the people had said that if it is possible to hack the signal of the satellite, would it be possible to retask this out of position? You could possibly send it into deep space, so you actually would have control of the satellite itself and have control of its thruster systems to move it, any which way. That's called retasking. This happened with DirectPC back in I believe in the early 90s. Now, actually in the mid 90s, 96, 97, they had something called DirectPC, and somebody actually found out how to hack the satellite and move the satellite out of position like about 2 degrees. So they actually had control of the satellite from a PC. So
all right.
That's really scary.
Yeah.
So, you could basically destroy all of Elon's satellites in orbit, or
Well,
destroy our Navcom, satellite, which actually, gives us communication here on Earth.
right. And
Dave the Viking is in the YouTube chat.
say, yeah, because TikTok is glitching bad. And I know it is because I can see it because it keeps constantly kind of disconnecting and reconnecting. And for whatever reason, I don't know why. I think I may need to reinstall Live Studio again.
Do we need to curse more? I don't know.
I don't know either. But for anybody that's in the TikTok chat that it's really glitching bad, I know it is. Going over to the YouTube. YouTube it is a little bit smoother. So yeah. Sorry about that. I don't know why. It's the Russia. It's Russians. It's the Russians.
It's the Russian bots.
It's the Russian bots.
Your video seems a little like herky jerky. I think it's because you have the blurred, you have the blurred background.
Yeah.
But that's right.
It does that for me, yeah. So, but yes, that's right, Dave. We blame Russia. We blame Russia on this one. But and here's the thing, though. All right, so a couple years ago when the lawsuit came out about of course Trump saying that the 2020 election was stolen, and the company with the voting machines that brought up a lawsuit, because they alleged that the voting machines were hacked, yada yada yada, and then
was that Odo's company? That was Dominion Voting.
Dominion Voting, that's it. I cannot remember the name of them for nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Dominion Voting lawsuit, and so you had to know that part of that lawsuit meant that they had to show their source code,
right,
to show that nobody hacked it, and it wasn't hacked. So the simple fact that fast forward a couple years later to November 5th, and then what happens? Rumors of some voting machines just not capturing votes for Kamala. Some people claiming that the votes for Kamala changed to Trump. That coupled with the fact of Elon's satellite all of a sudden just mysteriously falling and destroying from the sky. We don't know what happened. So what's to say that this whole the gold card, and now with the Russian ceasing all measures of cybersecurity against Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's to say all of a sudden one day a nuke blows up in a random part in Nebraska or Wyoming or something like that,
mm-hmm,
as a test / demonstration of Putin and what he's capable of doing.
right.
Yeah.
And then Hegseth is going to say, "It wasn't me. I don't know. Could just been a random accident."
Right.
Trump is going to say, "Oh, it's not Russia. We just." I'm like, well, wait a minute. You fired all the
Mm.
nuclear, regulatory commission people. Then you tried to rehire them, but
Mm-hmm.
you got rid of their security clearances and their emails, so you could not get them back. So they have all this knowledge.
All right.
Um, you're putting all these tariffs on all these countries. Oh, the new one I heard today was it Canada is not buying any of the US goods, which is okay for them,
Yeah.
but they also are going to delay shipments of oil from their country to our country. So our
Mm-hmm.
energy reserves are going to go down and we may not have that much energy. We may not. So, oil prices are going to go up.
Yeah.
When oil
Yeah.
prices go up, heating oil goes up, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Siding on your house, if you have the vinyl siding, anything vinyl is going to go up. Clothing, boots, that's
Yeah.
clothing like that.
Yeah.
Anything made out of vinyl. Um, the resins that I use for all the models, all that's going
Mm-hmm.
to go up because resin is made from
Yeah.
petroleum distillates. Resin is going to start going up. Isn't that wonderful? So,
So yeah, that's great.
yeah. So,
And pretty much anybody that's in the 3D printing community, are going to go up. Parts are going to go up. You know.
because of the plastic used to,
Yeah. And I
put-
mean, and unless the printer is an American company and made, produced, and just so in America, then you'll get a reasonable price. But if it has to come from China, which printer they do,
98% of them are.
they come from China, and the price on it is going to go up. Maintenance on buying the tools that you need, because some printers require special tools, so you will need to have that one small screwdriver, that one really small tiny hex bit,
Right.
that you just can't go to Lowe's and get. 99% of the stuff you can get from Lowe's, but tools that you need to fix. But there's some special made tools that you have to order, and you can't, and it's going to be expensive. Now it's going to be expensive.
If you're going to put like a new roof on your house, that's going to be more expensive. The shingles are actually made out of petroleum. Highways and byways. Highways are basically asphalt. Asphalt is made with petroleum. Anything that's made with oil, plastics, everything, all gonna go up. I heard
It's all going up, yeah.
the tariffs are going to add another $10,000 to a new car if you go get a new car, because all those are going to be imported from China, Mexico, and I believe Canada. So
Yeah, see, now you're going to see here, now in the next coming years, people are going to start driving around in cars like the Flintstones. Because that's literally the only thing that they can afford is just...
or taking bicycles.
Yeah. Because pretty
I
soon...
don't understand something. Elon Musk said that all workers had to come, back to work. There were not going to be anybody who's going to be going and working from home.
Right.
And then you see Kash Patel.
Mm-hmm.
He gets a nomination for FBI director. He's going to work from home in Las Vegas. I'm like going, well, he should follow the example.
Yeah.
He should be the example. Actually go into the office.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, he's going to work from his house in Vegas. Where's he going to work from? The casino? I don't know. Maybe he's
Of
going to work from
course.
the bar with Hegseth. Who knows?
Oh,
You
and
know,
that would.
Hegseth's going to have like a laptop with
Yeah.
with no encryption on it, and use the Wi-Fi at
Said
the Vegas bar. I
encryption.
don't know.
Screw encryption. Screw that. Say, listen, man. Yeah, absolutely. You know he's gonna be right at the bar, in one of the casinos, or at was it the Bunny Ranch?
Oh yeah, the bunny. Oh,
He'd
there
be
you go.
right at the Bunny Ranch. You
I
know.
thought of that. That's a good place. That's outside. Well, it's actually legal outside of Vegas.
Yeah.
It's a
Mhm.
it's a gray area. It's a gray area.
That's all he needs. Just enough.
Just enough. Just enough to get by. Yeah.
So yeah. So and
I know.
somebody needs to do something about Pete. Somebody needs to do something about that mofo. Somebody. I don't know who. Take a drink away, you know, tell him he can't have a bottle of Jack until you know we get this whole Russian cybersecurity thing, you know, back on track, you know,
Maybe he had some polonium, you know, to his
something, you know, or maybe tell me, yo, hey,
little brandy snifter.
I say, you know, hey, we'll give you a whole case of PBR if you know get this whole Russia thing back on track. Because
Oh, he's
we
getting
can't
the
do
whole
this.
Russia thing back on track. Yeah,
Oh well, yeah.
Russia's gonna,
Well, he's getting Russia back on track. Yeah.
yeah, he's getting Russia back on track.
Oh my god.
Yep. Amazing.
Or maybe just maybe Pete just buy one of Elon's, you know, shitty cyber trucks and just ride off into, you know, Mexico and
Drive it right into the ocean. Sorry.
no, I'm gonna say that 'cause
Salt and lithium.
I'm not gonna put that on Mexico. I'm not gonna put that on Mexico. Mexico didn't do anything to me, so I'm not gonna put that on Mexico.
Drive it down to Florida. Drive it right onto the surf there.
I said just drive right on Florida and just see if you could like Dukes of Hazzard your way onto an island, you know.
Where are the Avengers?
Oh my gosh. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's been
It,
and this is how many weeks? Wait, 1, 2, 4.
so we're almost.
We're in the 6th week or 7th week.
So okay, man, we're almost like 3 months in.
Oh, yeah.
We're almost like 3 months in. Oh my god.
Yeah. What?
Oh my god, man. It's not even been a year. It's not even been 6 months. It's not even been 4 months. Oh my god. Happy early birthday, Jess. We got Russians a coming. So
Oh my god. Yeah, just like
I don't know what else to tell you on that one, Jess.
It's like in the movie Animal House. My advice to you is to start drinking heavily.
Yes. Just drink heavily. So only advice we can give you. Drink heavily.
Start drinking shots of Jameson on this program. I just have to start going, just like doing shots.
Well, I mean, we got
a special water bottle.
So we got Secretary of Defense, taking a swig of Jack while in a meeting. You know what I mean? Hold on. To be fair, don't know if it's Jack. I don't know if it was Jack. He was drinking,
Applejack.
I don't know. That's right, Jess. He was swirling it. He was swirling it around. So,
wow. Oh my goodness.
You only swirl it around if it's like a really good bourbon. But oh yeah, he's probably in the middle of that meeting and said, "This meeting is lit. Anybody else wants something to drink?" Oh, nobody else wants to drink. Oh, you guys are weak. You guys are pansies. You don't know how to drink. You have a drink with me. I'll beat Hexath.
I'm in charge of the cabinet, the liquor cabinet. I got a cabinet. I'm drinking everything in the cabinet.
I got a cabinet in my office. This is the cabinet of defense.
I got a cabinet position. I'm sitting at the cabinet drinking everything in there. Okay.
Oh my god. Yeah, man. This is Dave. He said Welch is going hard AF. Yes. There's a Welch's hard apple cider. There's that Welch's hard apple juice right there. There's that Welch's Pete
lemonade.
There's that Welch's Pete
lemonade.
There's that Welch's Pete Hexath special. That's Pete's hard lemonade.
We should come up with a. Pete. No, we come up with, for like the TikTok shop, have Pete's hard apple cider or something like that.
Why not? I mean, if you could sell shrimp, if you could sell a seafood boil on the TikTok shop.
Yeah,
I mean,
TikTok shop, you can have.
I mean, why not? Why not? You could sell on Pete Hexath brand of vodka.
No. Just put
Pete's hard
cider.
Pete's hard cider. There you go.
Pete's hard cider. Don't mention the last name. Just Pete's hard cider.
Pete's hard cider. We're gonna
put like a presidential seal on it, or like a Secretary of Defense seal on it.
And I'm gonna make a label. I'm gonna make it a Pete's hard. a Pete's hard apple cider label. And
there you go.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a shirt of that and put that in the TikTok shop. We're gonna make a Pete's hard apple cider T-shirt and put it in the TikTok shop. we gonna generate some money for the help desk. Because look here, if the country's not gonna protect us against Russia, we go, hey, we'll protect y'all against Russia. But we need some money. So we're gonna make a shirt. It says Pete's Hard Apple Cider. He said, this meeting is lit. What are we gonna do about the Russia? The Russia thing. Sir, you already took care of it. That's it? What does that do? You said no more measures against Russia. Okay, let's stick with that. Oh, that's right, Dave. No artificial flavors or cybersecurity. With 10% more danger for you. I want off of this timeline, man. I want off of this timeline.
We're gonna take against. I think it should just be like a fifth of vodka. That should be the measure. Talking alcohol. Of course, I'm talking alcohol.
Yeah. So, while we're doing that, this. What about the Russia thing? I have to laugh, otherwise I will fall into a real deep depression if I don't laugh.
Fall into the fetal position and just start crying. Yeah.
Right, like in the shower, in a cold shower, mind you. Not it wouldn't be a warm shower. It'd be cold. In the corner, just. Hey. So now Duolingo. You have to we have to start learning Russian now in Duolingo. For those of us that live through,
I talked. I said that on Unfriendly Differences on Saturday. I said, so should we consult Babbel? Should we get like a Babbel subscription and start just learning Russian?
We need to. I mean, at first we thought, years ago, we'd have to learn Spanish, but then no, we didn't need to know that. Then fast forward, then we thought we needed to know Chinese. No, we don't need to know that. Now we need to know Russian. So.
Where's Chekhov when you need him?
Where is Chekhov? Where's every officer on the Enterprise that can speak multiple languages? Where's our cybersecurity? It's gone. Our cybersecurity's gone. We're gonna end up just like the apocalyptic hellscape that we see on TV and movies. It'd be bad. It's like it'll be in the Demolition Man, Slingshot to the Future. There was the fast food wars, and Taco Bell won at the end. Except this time it'll be like the.
Oh yeah, that's right. Taco Bell won out.
Except this would be like the digital wars, and it'll be Samsung against iPhone, and And the only one that will win will be like the Russian.
Man,
Will
let's
be
go
like
blow this guy
right.
away. Blow this guy
away. What is it about? There were all these 3 shells. What's that about?
He doesn't know how to use the 3 shells.
There's no idea it's a 3 shell.
I don't think anybody knows how to use 3 shells. What is you talking about, man? Oh, but man.
Oh, he doesn't know how to use it. 3 shells.
Oh my God! And
Demolition. When he goes, I'm driving the car. I'm at full speed, and I ran off the road, and the thing turned into a giant cannoli. Oh, well, that was the for like the safety suspension foam that saved your life.
Oh my God!
Wait, the Schwarzenegger Presidential Library. That's what
And
yeah.
And here's the end. One thing, this whole everything from the Doge and to cyber and all of this stuff. At the end, I think is all this so Musk can officially be named as president instead of behind the scenes president.
So would Musk be Darth Maul, or would he be Darth Sidious?
Let's see. It may be Darth Sidious on this one. Because see, Maul was the apprentice. So I don't know. I don't know.
So which one did we destroy? The master.
Yes, sir. Or the He's Grievous. Dave's right. He's Grievous.
Yeah, Grievous.
And I've never seen one person just so obsessed with the letter X. I mean, I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Ex-wife. America.
His kid Meat Shield. I mean X. Oh my God. It's not even been 6 months. And already security's starting to go down. We have no defense and no offense against Russia. And they pretty much now come and go as they please.
True.
Pretty much any second of any day now we're gonna wake up and nuclear warheads are just gonna start randomly detonating.
Gonna have a Red Dawn moment where we're gonna have Russian tanks in the streets.
That too. I mean, it's it's going downhill exponentially.
Yep.
Exponentially. And honestly, at this point, I'm not even sure what we can't do. I mean, other than
the next thing is going to be that we can't be on this show anymore talking about this.
That is true.
That's going to be the next thing.
The next thing is
like the villain's view is going to go away. Model citizen, maybe not. Maybe this show, maybe not. But
maybe not.
We'd
have to definitely. We wouldn't be talking about subjects like this. You know,
Oh no,
no.
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 We won't be talking about this.
Rules of Requisition. Maybe, as long as
Maybe.
long as we don't dive too
'Cause you're-
deep.
Well, because you're talking about Star Trek, but
Yeah,
you're
'Cause I
making
mean-
parallels to current situations.
right.
So don't.
So if we don't make those
Yeah.
parallels, then we should be all right.
Parallels.
As long
And
as we,
just keep
yeah,
it strictly that. Yeah.
just keep it strictly Trek, and whatever else we talk about, and we don't try to parallel that with anything that's happening. Yeah, we should be all right. Should be all right.
I think what we should do is issue every creator on this station a Flipper Zero. Everybody should get a Flipper Zero, just in case.
Yes, for educational purposes.
For educational purposes only.
For educational purposes, yes. I think we all need a Flipper Zero for educational purposes. For anyone in the guild, we need Flipper Zeros.
Yep.
Trust me when I tell you, everyone in the guild, we need Flipper Zeros. See, Dave says Nerdquisition, Rouse, High Exalted, maybe Hurricane Girls. I don't know about that. I don't know.
Well, Hurricane Girls is a force to be reckoned with, so
Yeah. But see, here's the thing, though. They don't like anything else other that they vehemently hate trans. So,
because they are a small group of people.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I don't know about Hurricane. Superplex Party, yeah. Oh, Dave, a Flipper Zero. A Flipper Zero is the greatest toy ever made. Trust me on this.
You know what a Flipper Zero is?
Oh, Dave, a Flipper Zero is the greatest toy ever made. And look, all right. All right. You know how we have like those little personal assistants that you see on like movies and like cartoons, TV shows, and stuff like that, where like they have little digital assistants, and it's able to give you like the magic device in every plot. The one that opens up every door, everything like that's a Flipper Zero. It's a cheat code. It's
a Flipper Zero. To me, reminds me of the sonic screwdriver from Doctor Who.
Yeah,
It can open any lock, any digital lock.
It's anything.
Any digital code.
Does everything you need it to do.
It can start a car. It can
start a car. It can open up a house. It can use it as a universal remote. You use it as a Roku remote. You could use it as an
RFID chip to gain access to a building, to gain access to an ATM, to pay for gas. I mean,
yeah, it's a MacGyver. Yeah, it's a MacGyver as a device. Yes, it's a digital. It's like a digital Swiss Army knife. Basically,
there you go.
Yeah. And we all need one for educational purposes. Trust me on that, Dave. Trust me on that. We need it.
Trust us, Dave. When you get it and you start experimenting with it, you're going to be like, wow. How did I ever get along without this thing?
Right?
I mean, it's not as it's not as satisfying as printing out three-dimensional, and I'm not gonna use the word because you used it the last time. That
it's not like
to get a 3D printer to print out three-dimensional
It's not like, it's not like it's not like it's not like making dildos with people's faces on it, Dave.
It's not as satisfying.
It's not as satisfying as that, but it's up there. It's not as satisfying as that,
It's
but
up there, yeah.
but it's pretty damn high.
Which I believe is a great thing to do. I mean, I would wholeheartedly put money into that project. That would be awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Yes. Oh my
I
god.
mean, if Dave was going to do that, I would seriously consider the bamboo. Is it it's the X1? Yeah, the with bamboo X1. 3D printer.
Yeah, no, Dave don't need that. Dave don't need that. That look here, man. You thought it's bad. You think it's bad when professional drunk Pete Hegseth said no more no more cybersecurity. You give Dave a 3D printer. Hell no. He could print dildos with people's faces on it. Oh no, which is worse?
TikTok shop would explode. I mean,
I don't know which one would be worse.
but it'd be selling it on the TikTok shop.
Oh yeah, it definitely sell on the TikTok shop. It sell out on the TikTok shop.
And it'd be more popular than crab boil. But.
It'd be way more popular. But oh my god, that's hilarious.
If he did those things, he could actually take the STL file, and I think he could put it on the Thingiverse, and then anybody can share it.
Oh no, not on Thingiverse.
The GameBody?
Probably on GameBody. Not on Thingiverse is a little more like family friendly ish.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
PG rated.
Yeah, it's rated PG. Yeah. Yeah. Cult 3D, probably. God. Dave in the chat saying, all right. I'm assuming this is what he would design on day one, which would be said dildo in question. This is how he describes it. That would be on day one. Like Trump. Like
Trump is the chair, Elon and Hegseth as the balls.
I'll try.
Kenny and the boys.
I'll try. I tried to read without laughing. I couldn't. Okay.
Okay. All
right.
So
Like Trump as a chode head. Elon Hegseth as the balls.
all right. So maybe we should have Dave on Model Citizen. He can explain what he wants to do. We'll send it over to James. James can 3D print it. And there we go. That'll be our un-PG episode of Model Citizen.
So that'll be a Patreon exclusive episode.
And then I can actually take the print and I can make it larger with the stuff I have, the
Oh jeez.
Industrial polymers stuff. So.
And I know as soon as I get the right equipment, as soon as I get the right equipment, and then I'll start doing doing a lot more blacksmithing and metallurgy work, and doing like aluminum casting. And so yeah. Yeah, needless to say, you'll get that same dildo in aluminum.
Oh, God.
Selling on the TikTok shop.
On the TikTok shop.
Can make it in clear resin.
Oh my God. That
dishwasher safe. Just throwing ideas out there. You know,
You could
we're just bouncing ideas.
okay, and cast it in aluminum, paint it gold, and it would go perfect with that statue. With that gold statue with his shorts on. Oh my God. They cast that in aluminum, paint it gold, and then weld it onto that statue, that gold statue with the shorts on and flip flops and of Trump with doing the thing.
I would weld it to every Tesla power station I can find.
You know what? Could weld that to the hood of every Tesla. Well,
there you go.
Oh, you got the Cybertruck D-bag edition. Oh my God. Dave.
Yep.
Of course. It'd have to be on the forehead, man. It got to be a unicorn. Come on, man. Bruh. We all know it's only one place. It's on the forehead. You got to have the, and with the two little, you know what I mean? Come on, man. Come on, man. Our security's gone to the toilet. Russia's taking over. We thought it was China. China's taking half. Russia's taking the other half, I guess. And here we are stuck in the middle. With dildos of presidents on them.
Would that be the NEMI Award? Could we present that as the NEMI Award?
You know what?
Or
you know what? That may be the new janky design. Dave, I think you may have come up with a new design for the janky this year.
Yeah, that could be the janky.
I think that's a new design for the janky. I'm gonna have to get on that. Well, nope. That phrasing, that sounded absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. I will have to
Reverse.
immediately work on designing that. Nope. In my head, it sounded, perfectly innocent.
Yeah.
In my head, it sounded perfectly innocent. The second,
and I was like, did he
the
just say
split
that?
second that it left my eyes, nope. That sounded wrong.
Flag on the play Tuesday, right there.
That was a flag on the play right there.
That could be the Janky Award. Yeah, that's awesome. We could send one to Pete. At 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. There you go.
Yep. Yeah, that is true. Yes. Yeah.
Because it would have Trump and Vance on either side. There you go.
Well, I mean, they have the presidential dream team President Musk, President Trump, and Vice President
I saw
Vice President Couch Heifer.
I saw some of the protesters this weekend outside of some of the Tesla dealerships and the Tesla company, and one of the signs said DEI. It said deport Elon immediately.
Yes,
which I thought was awesome.
yes.
There's a T-shirt for you.
That needs to become a shirt too.
That needs to become a shirt. Yes.
Oh my gosh. So
I think we're gonna have to work on I did watch the Hacksmith a couple days ago on YouTube. They did the Aquaman trident, but the trident actually can like propel you underwater.
Yeah.
It's like an electric. It's like an electric aqua booster, basically, and which I thought was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, that's cool. And I saw the plasma blade they made. They made like the lightsaber blade. It's an actual plasma blade, and it can
they made
stuff.
Oh, they made a full size one.
Yeah.
Oh, because the last time I saw it was that they just had the small mini ones, like the mini blowtorch size ones. Yeah.
Yeah, the mini blowtorch size one, but they made one that's it's either 3 feet or 4 feet long, the actual gas, but it's not the glowing tungsten blade. I remember they did that one.
Okay.
Where they had to generate like like an ungodly amount of power for for the tungsten rod to actually glow.
Yeah, for something like that. I mean, for tungsten, it would be like at least like I wouldn't even. Well, I'm thinking like 1,000
kilowatts of power or something like that.
Yeah,
put to this
it's like something crazy high.
Something crazy. Yeah, something that would power a house. But the one I saw was actually it's a plasma blade. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then they did the repulsor. No, I'm sorry. The newest one I saw. I don't know if it was a new one or an old one. They did the laser, like the wrist laser, like that Tony Stark has in the Iron Man suit.
Yeah.
And they had that one that they did. It's I think they did an 8 megawatt laser.
Oh, okay.
It was really cool. But they actually put it like they actually made an Iron Man gauntlet piece you put over your hand, and you put your hand down.
Yeah.
The thing actually pops up and goes forward, and actually activates the laser, which is really cool.
Oh, that is cool. That's really cool. I saw this guy that there's a couple people that they make the Iron Man suits, and there's one guy in particular that I saw that he basically did his suit all out. Of course, where the helmet, mask goes on and off, automatically, but also he had the repulsor things that come lights that came out of his hand, and on his wrist, like a little thing that will pop up, for missiles, the whole night. And he said, and I'll never forget that, because it was an interview and somebody asked him, if he were to charge, how much he would charge. And he said it was like $35,000, and that's on the cheap end.
Yeah.
So, and thinking about it like this is that having to do all of that automated stuff with the helmet coming up and the repulsor lasers and missiles and stuff like that, yeah, $35K is actually a pretty good price.
It's actually pretty cheap, but
It's actually pretty. It is.